So for this deep dive, we're starting somewhere. Well, somewhere deep inside. Imagine standing at the bottom of some stairs. Or maybe it's a ladder. It's hard to tell, but it's not normal. Not made of like wood or stone you recognize. You're just there. You didn't walk there. You didn't decide to come.
You're just present to it.
Yeah. And it rises up out of this thick, swirling mist. Almost like a spine emerging from somewhere subconscious.
And what's striking right away is that lack of choice, isn't it? You're not deciding to climb.
Well,
you're drawn. Your foot almost knows the first step before your mind does.
Yeah.
Like a memory in the sole of your foot.
Exactly. And the ground beneath you, gone. Just mist. And you can't see the top at all.
Total fog.
It's this feeling of inevitability. That's what's so unsettling. And the air gets thick, but not with, air. It feels like memory, humming.
Memory. A psychic weight.
Yeah, and this huge, pull upwards, an expectation. It feels heavier than actual gravity.
And that sets up the real question, doesn't it? Why climb? Why go up when you have no idea where you're going and the ground isn't even solid anymore?
Right.
The unconscious has this symbolic, almost terrifying answer humming beneath it all. If you don't go up, you can never go back.
Go back.
The climb is somehow the key to returning.
Back where? What is back? It sounds so important, almost mythical. As I start to climb this ladder of longing. That's what it feels like.
Ladder of longing. Good phrase.
I feel my sense of self kind of fraying, unraveling. Like I'm climbing back towards something before words, before shame, before trying to be someone. Reaching for maybe a hand that wasn't offered.
Well, in psychoanalytic thinking, we'd see up here as a kind of displacement, a substitute.
Okay.
You think you're climbing towards something concrete, success, maybe, or recognition, but unconsciously, you're climbing towards the memory of a gaze.
A gaze.
Yeah, someone's look, the one that defined you maybe,
Yeah.
and then pulled away. So the climb is like this silent plea.
A plea for what?
To be seen, really seen, as you are, not just for what you do. Aimed at that parent, that teacher, whoever's gaze mattered most.
Wow. Okay. That makes the climb feel incredibly heavy now, knowing it's not about a prize at the top.
It's a reckoning, as you say.
I clearly remember passing the 7th step. My throat just seized up, tightened. My mind wasn't counting, but it felt like my body knew it was 7. There's this dull ache under my heel, like grief, but old, familiar.
And that physical reaction, the tightening, the ache, that's the body keeping score, isn't it, when the mind tries to forget?
Keeping score.
7. That number often anchors a turning point, symbolically. Maybe the age you learned without being told that showing need wasn't safe. The year you stopped asking to be held, maybe. And internalized really deep down that longing itself had to be hidden, turned into something else.
Like achievement.
Exactly, like achievement. That step feels the repression.
Yeah.
It doesn't just symbolize it.
Okay. And then, just a bit higher up, another weird step. This one was warm, like really warm, unsettlingly warm.
Warm.
Yeah. And I stepped over it fast, like jumped almost, and felt this flash of guilt, which is crazy, right? Wait, guilt.
Not crazy at all. That warmth, it speaks to the very drive fueling this whole climb. It's not about, say, physical intimacy directly.
Oh.
It's about permission.
Yeah.
The body daring to feel something good, daring to want something just for itself, not as part of the performance.
Just raw want.
Raw wanting, yes.
Yeah.
And the guilt, that's the built-in critic, the superego, instantly punishing that desire, saying, nope, too much, too soon, too selfish.
So wanting too much. You mean like the basic life energy you mentioned earlier, desire being channeled into the ladder, the warmth, the drive. Are we talking about the libido?
Yes, exactly. That's a really important point to clarify. We are talking about the libidinal drive.
Which isn't just sex, right? For anyone listening, Freud's idea is broader.
Much broader. It's the fundamental psychic energy behind all the life instincts.
Yeah.
The push towards connection, creation, pleasure, fulfillment.
Yeah.
But what the dream shows here is how that powerful energy gets rerouted.
Reroute.
Yeah. Away from rest, away from simple connection, and straight into doing, into climbing. Because desire, real desire, is vulnerable. It's messy.
So it gets cleaned up.
It gets sublimated, turned into something safer, more socially acceptable, like ambition, like this vertical ladder.
Wow. Trading messy, real desire for sterile ambition. Okay. So the pace picks up then. I feel this mix of dread and excitement, hard to tell them apart. And then suddenly there's a flat part, a landing.
The landing. Often a place where the architecture of our avoidance becomes visible.
Avoidance, yeah. There's a little table, one chair, and a plate with like half a cake on it, stale looking, and candles, but they were never lit.
Unlit candles.
And I just walked past it. My stomach felt hollow. Not hungry for cake, but missing something. Absence.
That image speaks volumes. It suggests that symbolic early stage, the oral stage, may be never fully resolved. That basic hunger is still there.
A hunger
For witness. For nourishment that isn't conditional. That stale cake, the unlit candles, it's the promise of celebration, of care that wasn't quite fulfilled.
like wanting someone to say, you deserve this.
Exactly. You deserve joy, you deserve care, without needing to climb a ladder to earn it first. It's a hunger for presence, a feast that never happened.
Okay, so after landing, the steps get rough again. Uneven. You have to really focus. And then the worst bit, a step is just gone. Missing entirely. There's a gap.
A gap.
Yeah, I had to leap, throw myself across, and I landed, twisting my ankle. It didn't hurt badly, but it felt significant, like a symbol.
Oh, absolutely symbolic. The unconscious is brilliant at condensation, packing a whole history into one image, one feeling. You felt the limp, you said.
Yeah, like I was limping after that.
The dream might be suggesting you've been limping metaphorically since childhood, since you learned to walk on those emotional eggshells, perhaps.
Trading authenticity.
Trading authenticity for safety, for affection. That leap over the gap.
Yeah.
It wasn't just bravery. It was also a way to avoid something.
Avoid what? Feeling the gap.
Precisely. Stopping there, feeling the emptiness, remembering how you learned to cope with it. That's painful. The leap keeps you moving. It delays that moment of really asking, was that trade-off worth it?
Wow. Yeah. Later, higher up, there was this sort of window in the side of the staircase, like a memory.
A memory window.
And it showed a real staircase from my childhood home. And I saw myself, younger, knocking really softly on these locked doors, my parents' room.
Locked doors.
Yeah. Where attention, maybe love, felt like you had to earn it, rationed. And I remembered climbing past them, then feeling shut out. And in the dream, I just climbed past the window now, didn't stop.
And that's it, isn't it? That's how repression becomes the very architecture of the soul. You learned early, don't knock, don't ask, don't wait.
Just keep moving.
Keep moving. Turn that deep need for connection, for entry, into relentless motion, into goals, into climbing this ladder. Anything to avoid standing still in front of those locked doors and hearing that small voice inside ask.
Why won't they let me in?
Exactly. And eventually you learn to lock the doors yourself, symbolically, to manage the pain of that absence.
The air feels so thin now, really hard to breathe. And the steps, they're sharper, like they're biting into my feet. It feels less like climbing stone and more like walking on raw nerves. All those feelings I usually push down. Frustration, exhaustion, but realizing now it's actually like buried anger, grief, desire I never admitted to.
That shift in sensation is the psychic translation becoming conscious. The ladder isn't just a symbol of your nervous system. In the dream, it is your nervous system.
Translating
that primal vulnerability, hold me, see me, into the only language the striding self understands. Promote me, achieve more.
Wow. Turning vulnerability into success, or the attempt at it.
It's a desperate, sometimes beautiful, often tragic strategy.
And then as I get closer to whatever's at the top, the mist starts to clear a bit, but I see fragments, faces.
Whose faces?
My mother's. But she looked distracted. My father's. Giving that slight nod, the one that meant good enough for now. They're not menacing, just there. Like ghosts.
The ghosts of every gaze that first shaped how you saw yourself.
Yeah.
And notice, you're climbing towards them. In a way. Not in a way. It's like you're trying to rewind the tape.
Rewind.
Yes. The unconscious has this tendency. Freud called it the repetition compulsion. It keeps bringing you back to the scene of the original wound.
Hold on. The repetition compulsion. Can you unpack that a bit? Why would we want to repeat something painful?
Well, it's not about consciously wanting it. It's more like the unconscious mind is stuck, trying to master an old trauma. It keeps recreating the situation, the dynamic, the feeling, hoping that this time, maybe with your adult resources, you can finally get it right.
Get what right?
Get the witnessing you needed, get the understanding, heal the original hurt. So you climb back towards those ghostly gazes, unconsciously hoping to stand before them now as an adult and finally hear.
We see you, all of you, and it's okay.
Precisely. See me now and approve. It's a profound, often unconscious plea for healing through repetition.
That puts enormous pressure on reaching the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, right.
Then I reach this bend, a choice point.
Ah, a crossroads.
Yeah. The path straight up continues, steep. It kind of glitters, feels full of pressure, expectation. But there's another path. It goes Sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah, it looks softer, quieter. It
Yeah.
feels like rest, like a half-remembered lullaby. Comforting somehow.
And which path did you choose?
I chose up. Didn't even hesitate. Straight up.
And there, the dream illuminates the core conflict. Up is the path you were taught to want. By family, by society, by that inner critic, the superego. Performance, striving, more.
Right.
But sideways. Sideways is integration.
Integration, what does that mean, like, practically? And someone listening feels that pressure, that upward drive. What does sideways look like in real life?
Sideways is, well, it's choosing connection over competition, maybe.
Yeah.
It's choosing rest when the world screams hustle. It's boundaries, it's depth, not just height. It's allowing the body, the self, to be held without having to earn it through climbing. It's where that libidinal energy truly wants to flow into connection, into being, not just doing. Choosing up keeps the old structure of repression going. Choosing sideways. That's the path towards healing that inner split.
And I chose, okay, so I take the last step. I'm trembling. Not with excitement, more like dread, exhaustion. The mist clears completely. And I brace myself for, a throne, a finish line, applause.
The expected reward.
Yeah, but there's nothing like that. There's just a mirror. Big, clear, unforgiving.
A mirror. And what do you see? Not the climber.
No, not the successful one. I see. The wisher. The child inside who started this whole thing. The kid with scraped knees. The teenager full of longing that they couldn't name. The self. Just the self. Being. And the climb just stops. The need to climb vanishes. Because the point wasn't getting to the top. It was seeing this, seeing the wisher.
Exactly. You didn't reach a destination. You reached the source of the longing, which is always inside you.
That must be the ego ideal you mentioned. The perfect version I was chasing.
It's been confronted, yes. That internal tyrant, the ego ideal, that impossible standard of perfection.
Yeah.
It's suddenly silenced. Not by victory, but by simple, honest reflection. The mirror doesn't judge the effort. It just shows the self you were running from by climbing so hard.
And the goal shifts.
The goal shifts entirely from reaching some external point to seeing the internal reality. And crucially, softening towards it.
Softening. Yeah. That feeling was instant. As soon as I saw the reflection, the ladder just dissolved. Like sugar in water. Gone. And the mist didn't feel threatening anymore. It felt soft. Like a shawl settling around my shoulders. And my hands. They just came up to my own face. Wiped away a tear I didn't even know was there.
That's softness.
Yeah.
That's the destination the unconscious was pointing towards all along. It's not weakness. It's the only strength capable of holding the immense weight of a lifetime of the unwitnessed self.
It was so the latter. It was just the translation.
It was the beautiful, intricate, tragic translation. The unconscious crying out, "Love me, see me," and the conscious mind, shaped by the world, responding, "Okay, then you must achieve. You must climb."
So the unconscious, it doesn't actually want worldly success.
Not in the way the ego ideal demands it, no. It wants you to stop pretending, to stop chasing ghosts up endless ladders. It wants integration, wholeness.
So the real journey, it starts after the climb stops.
The real dream, the real work, begins not in the frantic ascent, but in that quiet moment of being, of listening to the self that's finally been seen, finally perhaps home.